The peace proposal that I am making is to create a common government for the people of Israel and Palestine together. That would include the area that is Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza. That we will have parliament members from the entire area, and we will have a president and vice president who represent that government. Now, the Israeli government and the Palestinian governments, which are separate, and they're also separate from the Confederation government, will remain intact. They are not going to be changed in any way, but they will have a veto power over any legislation that the Israeli or the that the Israeli-Palestinian Confederation will pass. So what is the significance of having the veto power? The significance is that the Confederation, the common government for the Israelis and the Palestinians together, that the veto power will prevent the Confederation from passing any legislation that is unacceptable or against the interest of the government of Israel or the government of the Palestinians. This way, we are sure that only reasonable legislations that are acceptable to both sides will pass. And you may ask, well, the Israeli and the Palestinian governments will probably veto everything. And the answer is not so fast, because there are many, many legislations, such as legislation to promote tolerance on both sides, or to promote economic developments, or to promote a mutual passport, etc., etc. Those legislations will benefit both sides, because both the Israeli government and the Palestinian governments claim that the reason there is no peace is because the one side does not teach tolerance towards the other. So the Confederation could, for instance, pass legislation that would require both sides to teach tolerance. And neither side, neither the Israeli nor the Palestinian government will be able to veto this legislation, and probably would not want to veto legislation. And if they do, they will have to explain why they are vetoing the legislation, and they will not be able to explain it in good faith. So the purpose of the veto power is to give those governments, the Israeli government and the Palestinian government, the power to veto reasonable legislation, but they will not be able to veto reasonable legislation, because they will have to explain to their people why is it that they are vetoing legislation that promotes peace. Thank you.